up with it, man. First, I want to start off this saying by happy hashtag. You know what I mean? Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Saturday night, Saturday morning, hashtag, everything hashtag Saturday mood, Saturday real, Saturday lovers, Saturday friends, Saturday vibes. And shout out to Mama B. If you ain't real if you ain't bang out the beehive, you know. So Mama B, she's the most greatest and sweetest woman in the world. So she died 2 years on my brother B Rad's birthday on the 8th of August. So everything I do it for her. I stay motivated. I do it for her. I do it for my people, for my woman, and to make my mother proud. Because everywhere I go, no matter what you hear, I represent my mother. If I do something negative, it's not gonna look bad on a man. It's gonna look bad on my mother. Like she ain't know how to raise her kid. So respectfully, blessfully, I do it for my mother. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm just chilling right now. As you can see, I got me some good old smashing this up right now for the first thing in the morning. I did a fast until about 1:38 today, if I'm not, or 1:28, vice versa. But right now I got on Chicago PD. You know what I mean? Watching a new episode that just came. I'm about to get into that, see what this one's about. You already know, you see it. Y'all know that guy. That's your dude right there. It's the best at what he do too. So I'm about to throw that on. Enjoy my Saturday, you know. This week coming through, I had some, I wouldn't say a trial of tribulations, but you know, something that you make small to a giant when you're the definition of what a man's supposed to be. You have people who choose to hate on you, you know what I mean, and want to stop your flaws. Because like when you're getting closer and closer to your dream, you're choosing success, you're chasing your dreams, your goals, and it's starting to show, you know what I mean, that you're like elevating with God and you're doing better. You have the wannabes of you and the haters and the clones who want to get a rouse out of you, who want to stop your purpose from prospering, you know, who don't want you to reach great progress and just entertain their projects. You know, you have all of the negative people in the world, you know, the lost boys, you know, who don't want you to do better. The majority of the time, it can even be your haters, could be family. So I had a nephew of mine who was choosing to try to just, you know, wanting to get a aroused out of me, want to get out of my skin. So I posted it on my Facebook so everybody can see the type of negative things that I gotta go through with, even with family. You gotta go through with my bro. I got my neck tear because of my bro, my back tear. I go through with my family, bro. I became a schizophrenic and I had to deal with bipolar because of having episodes of, you know, having bad blood and they putting things in my weed, you know, end up walking on, they like to call it walking on water. It's just for learning purposes only. They like to call it walking on water or, you know, naked because you end up taking off your clothes. It's what's known as, better known, BKA, better known as a humiliation ritual. You know, like it was a blood sacrifice, you know what I mean? And I haven't been the same since then. That was when I was 15. I'm 37 years old, proudly, because I chose to fight and do better than everything that everybody else outed me and said what happened would be. Like I wasn't able to work the way, I wasn't able to do good. I couldn't take care of my life. I couldn't focus in school. I was hearing voices. I was seeing things. Look up the when they brand the label people, look up what's the type of situations that people with mental illness, you know, mentally disabled have to go through, hearing voices and seeing things. The whole paranoid activity is what I had to deal with. And it was sad because it was family and friends who was doing it to me. And the rest of my friends, they abandoned me. You know what I mean? They outed me. They stopped coming around. They stopped caring, stopped showing up. You know what I mean? And that's when you need a friend the most. You don't need it when you celebrating a victory. You need it when it seems like you can't even see to understand what a victory is. You know, when hard times come, when you need closure, you need support. No matter how strong you is, it's amazing when you got support. It feels good when you got support. And no matter, I don't care how much of a macho man you are, it's better to struggle with it when you got your homie to go through it. It's better to go through it with somebody who understands than to go through it alone. I had to man up on my own, which made me the strong person I am today. What I'm trying to say is we all go through it in life, and we got people who don't want us to make it to where we're going. Whatever it is, never entertain a clown. Like Gates said, who wants you to come part of your circus. Do not speak to the fool. God's within your worth. You keep going. You still dedicated, you do it motivated, you stay with your ambition, you stay with inspiration, because that's the keys to a happy, successful, joyful life. You know what I mean? Do not entertain a person who want to pull you on the floor, who's beneath you. Do not entertain a person who want to belittle you. Keep going. So I'm working on my channels, I'm working on myself, I'm doing better. You know what I mean? I'm doing this all on my own. And I thank God for everybody that He's brought my way for the right purpose, for the right place at the right time. You know, when you got people being negative, all you got to do is outgrow them, outgrow the place they had, the things they do. And God's time, it'll all work out because that's God's plan for you. Just never stop doing what God has blessed you to do. what he's giving you the gift to do. Because he could have gave it to somebody else, but he gave it to you. So you do it. It's even as your pain. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to you to handle, so you handle it. He gave it to you to deal with, so you deal with it, so you could move on and live, learn, and do better. You know what I'm saying? On our testimony for our faith, God will test us more than anybody. So understand that and get right with God and do it. So, I just been working, working on my platforms. I got my YouTube channels, I got my TikTok channels, I got my Facebook channel, and I got my IG. And I just been giving back, doing all the things that people said I never could do. People doubted me, said I wouldn't do. And it feels good. So I'm working on my juices. I got my Go Wild juices. You got to stay tuned in to follow for more. I would love for you to hashtag these videos and allow this to go viral, support. I don't need nobody to take care of me. You know what I mean? Support. People said if you were somebody with bipolar, what they would do. If you had schizophrenic, what would they do? If you were somebody, and I'm not trying to label with anything, it's just that most of the time we don't support each other the way we need to. No matter if it's a race, if it's male, female, us, period, as being children of God, and we're more than that. We don't support each other. But I got a lot of situations that I do got to deal with because of what they did. I got to deal with the psoriasis because when it happened, those are things that shedded with me, skin. So you feel me? I'm working on building myself up, and becoming my own entrepreneur. It's just that financially, it ain't there yet right now, you know what I mean? But God has blessed me to be rich in the blood. I'm still standing. I got opportunity, and that's what you got to see. So when I do these, I do this for everybody who feel that they can't do it. So that way, when I do get there, you can see that you can. I do it for all the people who says that it's not going to work. My biggest supporters that I thought would be my family, but it's not. And I thought the biggest supporters would be friends and homeboys, but it's not. Every woman that's ever supported, everybody who's ever supported in my life was always women. Always women. Always women. So you got to understand that. Shout out to my sisters. Shout out to my mama B. Shout out to my Ebby. Shout out to Taviana. Shout out to Tata. Shout out to Gab. Shout out Jen. Shout out Aquafina, Hafi. Shout out Crystal for buying the drink at the mansion. It's always women. Shout out my Keisha. You know what I mean? I got to shout out it's all my women. Shout out Pip. Sapphire. Shout out Ariel. These are women. Shout out Miss Redden for even creating their life, Brittany? And all the whole fam. These are always women, no matter what it was in my life. Shout out Tupac, you know what I mean? These are girls. And it goes on and on. Everybody on the act team. Shout out Marjorie. Shout out everybody, you know what I mean? Hi, Mr. Patrick. To the homegirl who works at the office. These are always women who do. Shout out Chanel and all of them who live next door when I did stay on 440, you know what I mean? On the north side, you know what I mean? Of Terrace. Shout out to everybody uptown of all my women who support me, and shout out my mother's sons, because those do be the ones who have support me. You feel me? Shout out Morley, shout out Reem, shout out Lando. So for all of y'all who's been there with my journey, as people wished a lot of bad things on me, to wish the North Side, and still, by the way, it's North Side, God's plan, I'm him. I just like the chocolate commercial, Acai from Brookside. That's me. That's exactly where I'm from. I'm him. No clone, real name, no gimmick. I ain't got to drop a location. You hear the commercial. It shows you where I'm at. So you feel me? I've just been trying to get my life together. Not trying. I've been working on it with God. Excuse me. I got to use correct vocabulary, None of the word curses. I've been working on it with God. I've changed my diet. I do it all, bro. So tune into my channels and support, Follow for more. Hashtag your friends. Get it out there. Get the word out there, and you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of exposing a lot of the dark entities in the world. I do a lot of showing them the bad things that they wish to me, the wish of North Side. I do a lot of cooking on my channel. I do a lot of juicing. I do a little bit of everything. You feel me? And I'm only going to take it further than what it is. I'm going to get all of God's promise, I'm definitely working on getting monetized. So you feel me? As long as you stay consistent on doing what you're doing, you have faith in what you're doing, especially when the devil knock on your door, it's going to work out, because you got to remember that's God's plan. It's God's design. So stick with it, y'all. Up with it. Let's go. Stay tuned in to follow for more. I'm going to definitely keep hitting you with more and more of these right here. That greatness, blessings, respectfully. Up with it. Let's get it. Oh, don't worry about this. This is what hard work look like. And I guarantee you, I'm not on the clock right now, but I guarantee you through the blessings of God, it's going to pay off. Facts. Up with it. Let's go.